First it was Justin, and then it became Selena. But Selena Gomez fans are going even further to say Hailey Bieber's latest obsession might be Selena's man, Blanco, and things are starting to get weird real fast.
This is some like obsessed level stalker.
Is Hailey really keeping tabs on Selena's new boo, or is the internet just doing what it does best? Let's unpack the clues right away. The alleged stalking receipts.
This is some like obsessed level stalker. Again, I am not trying to hate Hailey Bieber because I just think she was a stalker.
So let's get into it. What exactly are Selena's fans saying? Well, basically, the specific claim that Selena Gomez fans say Hailey is stalking Blanco appears to be a recent fan-driven narrative, likely fueled by a few different factors that we're about to break down for you. First of all, let's talk about the social media activity that kicked all this off. In early March 2025, there was this huge rumor going around that Hailey Bieber was rumored to have liked a video mocking Selena and Benny's Interview magazine photo shoot. This instantly sent fans into a frenzy, with Selenators taking this as proof that Hailey was keeping tabs on Selena and Benny's relationship. But here's the thing. Hailey's representative straight up denied this ever happened. They said the whole thing was fabricated, but the damage was already done. The rumor spread like wildfire across social media, and once something like that is out there, it's nearly impossible to put the genie back in the bottle. Around the same time, there was another incident involving Justin Bieber that added fuel to the fire. Justin reportedly liked and unliked an Instagram post by Complex, featuring Selena kissing Benny, prompting fans to speculate about his intentions. Some fans interpreted this as Justin being jealous or throwing shade, and since he's married to Hailey, she got dragged into it by association. These two incidents, happening so close together, led some overzealous fans to create this whole narrative that Hailey was obsessively keeping tabs on Selena and Benny's relationship. But let's be real, liking or unliking a post, if it even happened, is a far cry from actual stalking. But here's where things get even more complicated. This isn't the first time Hailey has been accused of being obsessed with Selena.
Mostly shows is that she was obsessed with her. Her
Selena
obsession
Gomez.
is not just with him, it's with her.
Because she
Well,
wanted
she's
to
dating.
Yes.
No, but wanting to be her.
There's this whole history of allegations against her that have been building up over the years. Fans have long accused Hailey of imitating Selena, citing examples like her 2022 cooking show, which followed Selena's 2020 HBO cooking series. These previous claims are being used to build this new narrative. These claims are often framed as Hailey being obsessed with Selena, a narrative that may now extend to Benny as Selena's fiancé. There's even this old story from 2011 that keeps getting brought up. Apparently, when Hailey was 15, she engaged with a Justin Bieber fan on social media and discussed trivial details about him, for example, his height. This has been used to paint her as a superfan who had some sort of calculated plan to get with Justin all along.
Her mission has been Justin her entire life, I swear to God.
This story resurfaced in 2025, and now it's being used to reinforce perceptions of Hailey as overly invested in Justin's circle, which now includes Benny due to his engagement to Selena. So basically, they're connecting dots that might not even be there to begin with. The speculation on X, formerly Twitter, YouTube, and TikTok, has been off the charts.
She wanted Justin Bieber from the beginning, and she did everything within her power to get to Justin Bieber.
Posts on X and TikTok have speculated that Hailey is stalking Benny by monitoring his or Selena's activities, possibly through social media. But here's the thing, there's very little actual evidence to back up these claims. Most of these posts are based on perceived slights, like the alleged likes mentioned earlier, or Hailey's presence at events where Selena or Benny might be discussed. Some fans have even pointed to Hailey's social media activity around the time of Selena and Benny's engagement announcement, December 2024, as evidence of her fixation. But again, this is all speculation without any solid proof. And here's another interesting connection that fans are trying to make. Blanco, a music producer, has worked with Justin Bieber on multiple projects, including songs like Love Yourself, 2015. So some fans are theorizing that because of this professional history, Hailey, as Justin's wife, has some kind of unnatural interest in Benny's personal life now that he's engaged to Selena. But let's take a step back and look at the actual evidence here. There is no documented evidence of Hailey engaging with Benny beyond professional or incidental context tied to Justin's music career. So that connection seems pretty flimsy at best. When we really analyze the evidence, or lack thereof, it becomes pretty clear that the stalking claim appears to be an exaggeration driven by fan biases rather than verifiable actions. Stalking is a serious accusation that implies intentional, persistent, and intrusive behavior. But what we're really seeing here is just normal social media interactions, if they even happened at all. There are no reports that confirm Hailey contacting Benny directly, following him excessively, or engaging in behavior that would legally or socially qualify as stalking. So calling it stalking is definitely taking things to an extreme. A lot of this seems to be driven by fan biases voices and the amplification that happens on social media. Selena's fans, particularly those loyal to Selena, have a history of scrutinizing Hailey's actions, often interpreting neutral or ambiguous behavior as malicious. For example, Hailey's unfollowing of Justin on Instagram in 2024 sparked frenzy, though it was unrelated to Benny or Selena. Fans will take any action, no matter how small or unrelated, and try to connect it to this ongoing narrative. The term stalking might just be a hyperbolic expression of fans' frustration with Hailey, rooted in her marriage to Justin and perceived slights against Selena. It's less about actual stalking and more about continuing this narrative that Hailey is somehow the villain in this story. Media outlets and gossip sites play a big role in amplifying these narratives too. Tabloids and gossip sites, like the Daily Mail and Yahoo, frequently report on the Selena-Justin-Hailey saga, often amplifying fan theories without rigorous fact-checking. In fact, recent articles debunked a fake news story about Hailey writing a book about Selena, indicating the prevalence of misinformation in this space. So it's clear that not everything you read about this situation is going to be true. The stalking Benny Blanco narrative might just be a continuation of this cycle, with fans and media outlets capitalizing on the drama to generate engagement. The stalking Benny Blanco narrative may be a continuation of this cycle, with fans and media outlets capitalizing on the drama to generate engagement. It's also worth noting that there have been reports of strain in Justin and Hailey's marriage recently, with Justin exhibiting erratic behavior. For example, a public outburst in Palm Springs, and fans noting his disheveled appearance. This context has led leading Selena's fans to projecting a potential failed marriage, even though there's nothing from the couple themselves to indicate this.
In recent years, since they've been married, it kind of seems like Justin hates Hailey.
Another explosive development in this saga involves the viral 7-part series on TikTok and YouTube titled Hailey Bieber's Dangerous Decade-Long Obsession by the YouTube channel Internet Oddities. This series, which garnered over 3.2 million views on YouTube, alleged that Hailey methodically stalked Justin and copied Selena to insert herself into Justin's life. This series has been a major factor in shaping the public perception around Hailey. The TikTok series includes some pretty wild allegations, including footage of Hailey at Justin's events, for example, red carpets, performances, from 2009-2015, often in the background. It also shows alleged screenshots of Hailey's interactions with a fan account run by someone named Dana, asking about Justin's schedule. But there are counter-arguments to all of these claims. Supporters argue that Hailey's presence at these events was normal, given her family's entertainment industry ties, and the alleged screenshots with Dana are unverified and could potentially be fabricated. There are also claims about Hailey copying Selena's style and career moves. The viral series juxtaposes images of Hailey and Selena in similar outfits, poses, or settings, and highlights Hailey's 2022 cooking segment with Justin, which predates Selena's show. But again, there are reasonable explanations for these similarities. For example, Hailey's G tattoo honors Georgia Veach, a child with a severe illness, and is shared by other celebrities, not Selena specific. And fashion similarities are common in celebrity culture. It doesn't necessarily mean one person is copying another. So when we look at all the evidence together, it seems like these stalking claims are pretty weak. The evidence for stalking claims is weak and speculative, relying on fan-compiled videos, unverified screenshots, and circumstantial footage. There's very little concrete proof to back up such serious allegations. The backstory drama. In case you are new to all of this drama, Selena Gomez stands out here making some outrageous claims that Hailey Bieber is now supposedly stalking Benny Blanco is just another one of the many accusations made against Hailey. Let's break down this whole situation from the beginning for those of you who might be living under a rock or something. Let me paint the picture for y'all. This whole drama is basically rooted in the most complicated celebrity love triangle since, well, ever. And when I say complicated, I mean complicated. We're talking years and years of on-again, off-again relationships, marriages, breakups, makeups, and now engagements that have literally divided the internet into different camps. This topic is rooted in the complex history of relationships involving Selena Gomez, Justin Bieber, Hailey Bieber, and now Benny Blanco, amplified by fan communities on platforms like X, Instagram, and TikTok. So let's rewind to the beginning, because I can't even with how far back this mess goes. Selena Gomez and Justin Bieber had this iconic relationship that basically defined an entire generation's understanding of teenage romance. Their relationship was the moment for so many fans who shipped them hard as Selena. Selena Gomez and Justin Bieber had an on-again, off-again relationship from approximately 2010 to 2018, often dubbed Selena by fans. Their love story had more plot twists than your favorite Netflix series. They first got together around 2010, and then proceeded to break up and get back together more times than I can count on my fingers and toes combined. We're talking major moments like their split in November 2012, a brief reunion in 2017, and a final breakup in early 2018. Every time they broke up, the internet would literally literally go into mourning, and every time they got back together, it was like Christmas came early for the stans. This relationship wasn't just any celebrity coupling. It created this entire loyal fan base that still exists today, and they're honestly still not over the breakup. They analyze every single move, like comment and breath these people take. Their relationship captivated fans, creating a loyal Jelena fan base that remains active, often scrutinizing Justin's subsequent relationship with Hailey Bieber and Selena's with Blanco. Now, enter Hailey Baldwin, who would later become Hailey Bieber. The plot thickens, y'all. While Justin and Selena were in one of their off periods, Justin was spotted hanging out with Hailey. Justin began dating Hailey Baldwin, now Bieber, in 2014, with a brief romance in 2015 to 2016. But then he got back with Selena again in 2017, leaving everyone confused about what the heck was going on. But here's where things get spicy. After his final split from Selena in 2018, Justin rekindled his relationship with Hailey, leading to their engagement in July 2018 and marriage in September 2018. The speed of this relationship had everyone shook, and Jelena fans were absolutely devastated.
I still felt really sorry for Selena Gomez and sad for Selena Gomez that the person that she had devoted most of her life to, you know, was taken by this person who was always hot on her heels trying to steal her man off.
Ever since then, Hailey has been under a microscope. The Selenators, that's what Selena's fans call themselves, for those who didn't know, have been watching her every move like hawks. They've accused her of everything under the sun, stealing Justin, mimicking Selena's activities, copying her cooking show format, and just about everything else. Now fast forward to more recent times, and we've got a new player in the game, Blanco. For those who don't know, Benny is a music producer who's worked with everyone in the industry, and in a plot twist that no one saw coming, he started dating Selena Gomez. Selena Gomez and Blanco began dating in July 2023, confirmed publicly in December 2023. Their relationship has been moving pretty fast too, because they went public with their romance in December 2023, and by December 2024, they were engaged. That's right, Selena Gomez is getting married, y'all. They announced their engagement in December 2024, and have since been open about their relationship, releasing a joint album, I Said I Love You First, in March 2025. And honestly, they seem super cute together. Benny is out here setting the bar high for boyfriends everywhere. Like, he literally threw a prom-themed birthday party for Selena, who never attended prom due to her early career. That's the type of thoughtful gesture that has fans in their feelings. Most people seem to be happy that Selena has found love again. Their relationship has been well received by many fans who praise Benny's devotion. But, and this is a big but, some Jelena fans just can't let go of the past. They're still holding on to the hope that Justin and Selena will somehow get back together, even though both of them have clearly moved on. However, some Jelena fans remain critical, fueling tensions with Hailey and Justin. This is where things start to get messy. The fandom dynamics around these relationships are intense. We're talking about full-blown detective work happening on social media platforms. The Jelena fanbase and Selena's supporters are highly active online, often analyzing interactions between Selena, Justin, Hailey, and now Benny. People are analyzing likes, comments, follows, unfollows, and even the most subtle of interactions to try and find proof of feuds or shade between these celebrities. Social media platforms like X, TikTok, and Instagram amplify these discussions, with fans interpreting subtle actions, for example, likes, unfollows, or memes, as evidence of feuds or shady behavior. It's basically created this weird proxy war between different fan groups, particularly targeting Hailey, who is often accused of being obsessed with Selena or interfering in her life. This war is between the Selenators versus the Beliebers versus the Hailey supporters, and it's like a never-ending battle royale in the comments section of every post. The responses and aftermath. Let's start with Hailey Bieber, who's at the center of all these allegations. As you might expect, she's not happy about being painted as some kind of obsessive stalker. In fact, in March 2025, TMZ reported that Hailey was exploring legal options against online trolls, frustrated by narratives painting her as a bully and stalker. She's apparently taking this very seriously, as she reportedly contacted attorney Lisa Moore, who won a $4 million defamation case for Cardi B to address the false claims. That's a pretty big move that shows just how fed up she is with all the online hate. Hailey hasn't made many direct public statements about these specific allegations, but she did post a cryptic Instagram story on March 17, 2025, stating, "People take the information they're fed, and they draw a picture of who you are. Most of the time it's wrong," seemingly addressing the stalking allegations. Reading between the lines, it seems like she's basically saying that people have a completely wrong idea about who she really is. She also made a comment on TikTok in March 2025, calling the narrative an old, tired story. It sounds like she's beyond exhausted with having to constantly defend herself against against these types of accusations, a feeling she echoed in this interview.
A lot of the hate and the perpetuation comes from like, oh, you stole him. And I guess maybe that just comes from like the fact that they wished that like he had ended up with someone else, and that's fine. Like, you can wish that all you want, but that's just not the case.
As for the specific claim about liking a post mocking Selena and Benny, her team denied the TikTok claim about liking a post mocking Selena and Benny, calling it fabricated. So according to Hailey's team, that receipt that fans were pointing to doesn't even exist. What's interesting is that Hailey has consistently avoided directly engaging with the rumors, but expressed frustration over their persistence, especially since becoming a mother to son Jack Blues in August 2024. It seems like becoming a mother has made her even more sensitive to all the negative attention, which is completely understandable. Now, what about Justin Bieber? He hasn't directly addressed the stalking claims, but Justin has posted cryptic Instagram stories in March 2025, including one on March 16th saying, "I think we can only let hate go by first acknowledging it's there," and another about feeling unworthy. These posts have led to speculation about his mental health and the state of his marriage, but he hasn't confirmed or denied any of the allegations against Hailey. Despite not directly addressing the claims, Justin has publicly supported Hailey, refollowing her on Instagram after an alleged hack-related unfollow in January 2025 and appearing with her at events, such as a Road Skin event in February 2025. So it seems like he's standing by his wife, even if he's not explicitly defending her against these specific allegations. What about Selena Gomez? Interestingly, Selena has not publicly addressed the 2025 stalking allegations. She's been keeping quiet about the whole situation, at least publicly. There was a claim from an anonymous source that Selena was aware of Hailey's alleged behavior during her relationship with Justin, but this is unverified and lacks Selena's confirmation. So take that with a grain of salt, as it could just be more speculation. Reports suggest that Selena avoided Hailey at the Vanity Fair Oscar party in March 2025 to prevent awkward media attention, indicating a desire to distance herself from the drama. This suggests that Selena is aware of the tension, but is choosing not to engage with it publicly. And finally, what about Benny Blanco? Benny has not commented on the controversy, and no evidence suggests direct interactions with Hailey. His inclusion in the narrative stems from the alleged TikTok post which was debunked by Hailey's team. So he's basically been dragged into this drama without even being involved in it. Now let's take a step back and look at the broader implications of this whole controversy. This situation highlights several issues in celebrity culture and online fandom. First, it exemplifies stan culture's role in perpetuating feuds, with fans projecting personal loyalties onto celebrities. Fans become so invested in these relationships that they start to see them as personal, leading to intense emotions and sometimes extreme behavior. The Selena versus Hailey narrative thrives on social media, where speculation is amplified into perceived truth. Platforms like TikTok, X, and Instagram allow rumors and speculation to spread like wildfire, often with little regard for the truth. This dynamic overshadows the individuals involved, reducing them to characters in a fan-driven drama. It also highlights the power of platforms like TikTok to shape public perception through viral content. These real people become like characters in a TV show to the fans, who forget that their words and actions can have real consequences. Speaking of consequences, Hailey has faced years of online hate, intensified since her marriage to Justin and motherhood. Her consideration of legal action reflects the toll of persistent trolling, especially as a new parent. The mental and emotional impact of this kind of sustained harassment can't be underestimated, but surprisingly, she seemed to be above the noise.
Is there anything that comes to mind that was supposed to be a happy moment for you and Justin, whatever, and it was ruined by harassment or bullying or this concept of his past?
They've never ruined anything for me. They're not ruining my life. They're not ruining my happiness.
Justin seems to be struggling with the weight of this constant criticism as well. Justin's cryptic posts suggest personal struggles, possibly exacerbated by public scrutiny. And Selena, who has been very open about her mental health challenges in the past, may also be affected by the ongoing drama, though she's keeping her distance publicly. The spread of unverified claims, such as the TikTok screenshot, underscores the challenge of combating misinformation in the digital age. Once something is out there on the internet, it's almost impossible to completely erase it, even if it's later proven to be false. Gossip outlets and fan accounts often prioritize engagement over accuracy, perpetuating false narratives. The more sensational a story is, the more clicks, views, and engagement it gets, which creates a financial incentive to publish and amplify these kinds of stories, regardless of their accuracy. Hailey's legal considerations echo broader celebrity efforts to combat defamation, as seen in cases like Cardi B's lawsuit against blogger Tasha K. We're seeing more and more celebrities celebrities taking legal action against online defamation, which shows just how serious the problem has become. There's also something even more concerning that's come to light. Francesca Farago's claim that she was offered money to post anti-Hailey content suggests a potential orchestrated effort to amplify the stalking narrative. This raises serious questions about potential manipulation within fan communities and social media trends. For those who don't know, Francesca Farago is a Netflix star who claimed in April 2025 that she was offered money to participate in a TikTok trend mocking Hailey.
That trend, whoever, either the song or who created it or someone else that wants to like push a narrative, who knows, is paying creators to do that trend. Like making fun of Hailey. And I think that is so mean.
She continued by saying,
like, I got offered to do it, and they offered me a decent amount of money to do it. And I was like, no. Like, even if it's like still funny, lighthearted, whatever, it's low-key not.
If true, this suggests that there might be coordinated efforts to fuel hate campaigns against certain celebrities, which is deeply disturbing. As of April 2025, fan sentiment on social media platforms like X remains deeply divided. Selena's fans continue to fuel the stalking narrative, with posts like @Twilightle0Rs accusing Hailey of shading Selena and her friends. The echo chambers of social media mean that people tend to only see content that reinforces their existing beliefs. On the other side, Hailey's supporters defend her, arguing that Selena's fans omit dates and context to push a false narrative. These fans try to debunk the allegations and provide context that they feel is missing from the narrative. There are also some neutral voices trying to bring reason to the conversation who have attempted to debunk the claims, but these posts gain less traction than the sensational allegations. Unfortunately, measured, rational takes rarely get as much attention as dramatic, explosive ones. When we step back and look at all the evidence, or lack thereof, it becomes clear that the Hailey Bieber stalking controversy in 2025 is a fan-driven saga rooted in speculation, selective evidence, and long-standing tensions between Selena Gomez's and Hailey Bieber's fan bases. The key allegations that Hailey stalked Justin Bieber, copied Selena Gomez, and targeted Selena's relationship with Blanco rely on unverified screenshots, circumstantial footage, and subjective interpretations, lacking credible proof of stalking. When you really examine the evidence, it falls apart pretty quickly. While Hailey and Justin navigate public scrutiny, Selena and Benny appear focused on their engagement, distancing themselves from the drama. They seem to be taking the high road and not engaging with all the speculation and rumors. The allegations, though viral, remain largely unsubstantiated, serving as a cautionary tale about the dangers of unchecked fan narratives. This whole situation shows how easy it is for misinformation to spread online, and how difficult it can be to contain once it's out there. And with that, we've come to the end of this deep dive. For more juicy content like this, smash that subscribe button, hit the bell for notifications, and check out the cards showing on your screen for more videos. Don't forget to comment your thoughts below.